welcome to episode 108 of Out of Wenger's Shadow on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, 2 games for you in the Premier League. We're away to Manchester City and then at home to Sunderland, and as you can see we come into it in really good form in the league, 5 successive victories. Our only recent defeat was in the Champions League to Real Madrid, and we've not lost in the league since the surprise double defeat on the South Coast against Bournemouth and prior to that Southampton. So let's see if we can keep that run of form going on today's episode, and the team to face Manchester City is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team to face Manchester City, and it is Garcia in goal, back for his Barros, Da Costa, Diarra and Alexandro, Ronan and Diaz in midfield, Andrich, Stewart and Marcelinho behind Jan Cavalcanti up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants us to show everyone the recent praise is justified and put on a real show. Okay, fine. So we'll point the finger and agree with him. And let's get into the tunnel for our tunnel interview. It's Derby Day. How much do you look forward to taking on your rivals? Dressing room are chomping at the bit to settle some scores. Ronan has been in good form and starts again. How happy have I been? Deserves a lot of praise for the way he's approaching his craft at the moment. Hopefully it will continue. Is there any truth to the rumours that Real Madrid could make a move for Dragoljub Lucic? We're not in the business of letting good players go. So let's get into the match and see if we can start the episode with a win and keep our place at the head of the league. First highlight though is after 2 minutes, and it is a Manchester City highlight. A free kick, Bloom's ball in, header away from James Stewart, which Hughes picks up, and it's worked its way across to Hitchin Blom, and Manchester City have the lead. It is Manchester City 1, Liverpool 0, 2.5 minutes gone. So demand more. Barros with the throw-in for Liverpool. Andrich to Barros onto Diaz. Shoots, and that is over the top and out for a goal kick. Highlight came to an end, and 10 minutes in, nothing further, so another demand more needed, and still no sign of a reply from my Liverpool side. Ratkovic with the goal kick, short one to Majstorovic, plays it back to the goalkeeper. Ratkovic goes the other way, this time to Dominguez. Back with Dominguez. Square ball finds Schimmel, who comes over the halfway line with it. Plays it left to Ziogas. Schimmel's ball in, and Kendrick somehow misses a massive Manchester City chance. So it remains 1-0, but we really should be dead and buried. So I'm demanding more. Lewis with the throw-in. Gets it back, plays it into Blom. We win it back, and Marcelinho gets away from his man, but then loses it to Juninho. It's back with the Manchester City keeper, and then it's Majstorovic to Juninho over the halfway line. Diarra cuts it out. Diaz gives it away, and Hughes is in for Manchester City, and Garcia tips it over the bar. So we are not having a good day out there at the moment. But while it's still only 1-0, there's always a chance. And Diaz gets away, crosses the halfway line, goes out to the left. He's brought down by Blom. And he's lucky, Blom, that wasn't a yellow card. But at the moment, looks like we're going to go in at half-time with a 1-goal deficit. And that is almost certainly going to be the case now. Although, Roberto Barros may have just found us an equaliser. In the dying seconds, it is Manchester City 1, Liverpool 1. So that's the half time. Let's go in the dressing room. I'm happy with the domination of possession. So let's make a couple of changes. Roberto Barros needs to come off. So we'll bring on Lucic. And I'll also take Ronan off and bring on Requena. And that will do for now, I think. So, yes, I think it will. Although actually, what we could do is take Marcelinho off, put Cavalcanti out on the right-hand side, and bring on the Dolce up front. So we'll do that, and we'll start the second half. Let's demand more and see if we can go on and win the game to really stamp our position at the top of the table. Cavalcanti down the right hand side, pulls it back. Requena, Cavalcanti, the shot from Alexandro is an absolute rocket. And it is Manchester City 1, Liverpool 2. So we've got the lead. And now we need to try and build on it. So it is Lucic with the throw-in. Finds Andrich, back to Diaz. Andrich shoots. And Dominguez makes the save. So it's out for a corner. Lucic, left foot in swinger. And it's a low one. Majstorovic puts it behind for another one. Fingers crossed this one will have a bit more height on it. And Lucic does get a bit more height on it. But Stewart gets right underneath it and heads it over the bar. And next highlight is Manchester City coming forward from defence. Juninho into... in fact, we've won it back, and Dolce plays it left to Lucic, down the line for Andrich, takes a touch, plays in Diaz, pulls it back, and the shot is cleared by Schimmel. And I think Stewart is, in fact, Andrich is done. And we'll bring on Harry Amas. He doesn't like playing out there, but he's going to have to. And for my final change, it's going to be Cavalcanti for... in fact, it's not. It's going to be Stewart. And we'll bring on Benitez. And I'll move Diaz forward. So we'll do that and confirm. And hopefully, we've only got a couple of minutes to go. Let's drop back to cautious. And hopefully we can hold on for another win. And we have Manchester City 1, Liverpool 2. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and this time it's a home Premier League game against Sunderland. Team for this one is Garcia in goal, back four of Barros, Diarra, Van Zijtveld and Levine, Ronan and Diaz in midfield, Andrich, Stewart and Marcelinho behind Jan Cavalcanti up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant is recommending we're favourites and we should be winning this comfortably. I'm going to slightly disagree with him. I'm going to pump the fists and say it's a match we should be winning, but make sure that we do. And that's gone down quite well. So let's get out there into the tunnel. How pleased am I with the team's recent record in front of goal? I hope it lasts forever. Goals are our richest commodity and it's great to watch. How's the mood in the camp? Happy, confident and ready to play football. Team enjoys a lot of possession while Sunderland do not. Are you ready for them to sit back and challenge the team to break them down? It's going to be a fascinating match, as it always is when two distinct styles clash. I'm hopeful we'll come out on top, absolutely. So let's go. And as you can see, Manchester United have gone ahead of us because they have already played their match and presumably won. Stewart into the box for Marcelinho. It's cleared away. Ronan wins his header, finds Levine, who gets away from his man. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. And it's headed clear, only as far as Barros, who pulls it back for Diaz. Ronan shoots, and Ronan scores. Only his second goal of the season, but with 3 minutes gone, it is Liverpool 1, Sunderland 0. So with perfect start, that takes us back to the top of the table. And Marcelinho with the corner for Liverpool. Header away, and it's cleared. Diaz picks up the loose ball, finds Diarra, into Ronan, plays it over the top, but War clears, and Belford finds Taylor for Sunderland, and they get it over the halfway line, but we've won it back. Van Zijtveld to Marcelinho, and it's flicked on to Andrich, who cuts inside, finds Ronan, plays it out to the right for Levine. Levine gets it back, clips a cross in, which is headed just over. And it is a goal kick to Sunderland, but the highlight comes to an end. So we've had the better of it so far. And it's Van Zijtveld to Ronan, back to Diarra. Plays it left to Barros. Clipped into Ronan. Plays it right to Levine. His ball in is finished by Jan Cavalcanti. He's into double figures for the season. And it is Liverpool 2, Sunderland 0. We haven't played 20 minutes yet. And we are in something of a measure of control of this match. Barros' ball in. And Anibal manages to get hold of it and launches it long downfield. We win the header, and Andrich is beaten to it, so Sunderland can break. Belford to Akamia, ball over the top, and the shot goes right over the crossbar. So coming up to the half-hour mark, I don't think Cavalcanti is going to come out for the second half. He might surprise me. Marcelinho's ball in is cleared, but only as far as Diaz, who finds Barros. Diarra to Ronan. Diaz. Barros to Ronan. Andrich shoots and hits the outside of the post. Goes behind for a goal kick, which Anibal will take. Launches it long. We win the header. Marcelinho plays it forward. And we've given it away. Hugo to Souza, who gives it straight to Marcelinho. Finds Van Zijtveld. Marcelinho again to Levine. Back to Van Zijtveld. Finds Ronan this time. Plays it left to Diaz. On to Andrich. Andrich cuts inside and finds the bottom corner with a right-footed drive. It is Liverpool 3, Sunderland 0. 35 minutes gone, and surely that's game over. It certainly should be. Ronan comes forward for Liverpool, plays it into Marcelinho. It works its way out to Levine, and that's going to be a penalty. Is it going to be looked at by VAR? It is. And VAR confirms the decision. So it is a penalty to Liverpool. Diaz steps up to take it, sends the keeper the wrong way, and it is Liverpool 4, Sunderland 0. 42 minutes gone. So almost half time with 4 goals to the good. The game is all but done. War with the ball for Sunderland. plays it forward, finds Hugo. He's given it straight to Levine, so we can counter, but we're in our own half. Van Zijtveld plays it into Diaz, on to Andrich, finds Ronan. Marcelinho to Cavalcanti, who puts the ball in the net. Has he stayed onside? VAR is checking and determines that he has not, so it remains 4-0. And there are 3 minutes of added time, which are now up. And so it's 4-0 at half time. Let's go into the dressing room. Happy with the number of shots, keep it up. And let's have a look at substitutions. And I think I'm going to leave it for now. So I'm going to start the second half. Going to praise the boys. We're doing well. There's no point doing anything else when we're 4-0 up. Even against Sunderland. Belford for Sunderland plays it back to Godinez. Finds Mamutovic. Keeper makes the save with the help of the woodwork. And it's out for a Sunderland throw. Highlight comes to an end. But it is a Sunderland throw. Souza to Hugo. Marcelinho's won it back and given it straight back to Sunderland. Belford shoots. Belford scores. And it is Liverpool 4. Sunderland 1. So now I think it is time to consider changes, and I think we take Cavalcanti and Stewart off as Andrich comes forward, loses the ball. Ronan wins it. Stewart to Marcelinho into the area, and Marcelinho restores the 4-goal lead. It is Liverpool 5, Sunderland 1. So now we can make those changes. So Stewart off, and we'll go Requena, and I'll send Diaz forward to fill the gap. We'll take Cavalcanti off and bring on Dolce, and I'm going to take Mfali Diarra off and bring on Thiago da Costa. So we'll start the match back up, and it is Sunderland on the attack. Belford to Sopel, and Penfold is offside, so that highlight will come to an end. And I am going to go for Diaz as the next man to come off, and we'll bring Benitez on. And I'm going to take Andrich off and bring on Lucic. And as I'm doing that, Sunderland have scored again. Belford with the goal once again. It is Liverpool 5, Sunderland 2. Still got 20 minutes to go. And hopefully we can just see it out now. I'll drop back to cautious. And it is a Sunderland corner. Hugo, left foot outswinger, clips it in, header away, Penfold to Hugo, his clip to the back post, and Rui Souza has got a third for Sunderland. It's Liverpool 5, Sunderland 3. Demand more now, and hopefully that will be the last of the goals. Because we have been second best for good spells of the second half. But we are going to come away with a 5-3 win. So I'll be back in a moment to show you the Premier League table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time for another look at the Premier League table then. And as you can see, we are top of the league. 14 games played, 11 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats, 34 points on the board, 1 clear of Manchester United and 7 clear of Chelsea, although Chelsea do have a game in hand, and those are realistically the only challengers for the league title at this stage of the season. So let's have a look now at when we're going to come back. And I think I'm going to bring you back in January, and I'll show you the Premier League game against Newcastle. I'll then play both the Champions League games off camera. I'll bring you back then for the trip to Fulham in the Premier League, and I'll then do a roundup of any business we do in the January transfer window. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.